All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great MILLSTONE, and peace and blessings of the whole faith of Israel. As you can see the title of the article, China may be ramping up de-dollarization by dumping U.S. treasuries, experts say. Right, so this is going into Esau, Edom, so-called white man, being greatly despised among the heathen, all right, being made small. And these other nations don't want nothing to do with so-called America and its business, okay? Because what is happening is this world is getting ready to be thrown into this next world war. As we just say, the third woe cometh quickly, all right? So as you can see, you know, with money moving around and changing, okay, and the dollar being done away with, this is all tying into the mark of the beast, okay, which is the R3 microchip, all right? These nations are doing away with physical dollars, all right, going into cryptocurrencies, all right, digital dollars, all right, and pretty much going into the collapse of the American economy. This is what's going to start being felt very, very soon, all right, in the pockets of you so-called Americans, all right. But I can probably, because I quoted, I'll get it. This is and I read some of that article. But, you know, they don't want to deal with the gold, the silver. They don't want to do no trades. They don't want nothing to do politically with America. Nothing. They don't want to even hear somebody speak English. Okay, these other nations going into China, Iran, Russia. Okay, these are the nations that are getting ready to fight against America in the system. Okay, going into that beast system. All right, and even America's allies. Okay, because it says the beast shall hate the whore. Right, so you got the British. Okay, the French, they're all getting ready to shoot missiles at so-called America. But what was I gonna get? Oh yeah, Obadiah. Bear with me. Obadiah. The book of Obadiah, I start at the top at verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord Yahawah concerning Edom. All right, Edom is the so-called white man. All right. Continuing. We have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushai. And an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Okay, so, you know, these are pretty much what's going on as quiet wars. Okay, these trade deals and these sanctions, all right, you know, this is war. Okay, it's just a different type of war, all right. But what people don't understand is we're already in a third world war, all right. Financial wars, you know, trade wars turn into real wars, okay, because all about money, all right. So with money not moving and money being cut off, and you know, this devil, so white man, he's gonna do what he does best. He's gonna what? Bring out the sword, all right. But he's losing his power because, you know, the dollar has witchcraft all over that thing, okay. You know, going into his sorceries, his enchantments. He tricked everybody for that piece of paper and turning in their gold, all right. But as you can see, it's wearing out because he's losing his power. I'll read again Obadiah 1, and I'll go on verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. So these other nations are done with so-called America. All right, you go around the world, you know, people don't talk about America how they used to in the old days. Okay, they used to say, "Oh, the American dream, go here over to America and have an opportunity." You know, we're gonna, you know, they have streets paved with gold. They got the Empire State Building. You know, they got the Empire State. They got New York. They got these all great cities. Okay, tourist attractions. You got San Francisco. All right, you know, so on and so forth. But no one wants to come to America no more. You have Americans, people that live here, they don't want to live here no more. They want to leave. Okay, because the glory of this place is escaping. Okay, because why? Because again, this place is being cornered like a dog. All right, it's gonna be getting ready to be put out. It's verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right, because this has been the mindset of the so-called white man for a very long time. He conquered the so-called Native Americans. He conquered the so-called Negroes. He conquered the so-called Latinos. All right, he's conquered all the nations. All right, you know, and he's proud as hell because he's been on top for a very long time. All right, but he's been deceived. His pride has deceived him. Okay, because why? Because it's prophesied at the end of all this that he's going to be destroyed. Okay, and these other nations know that too, and he knows that as well. Esau knows that as well himself. That's why Revelation 12 and 12 is going to happen. He's going to come down having great wrath because he knows he has but a short time. His contract is expired. It's verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, all right, the eagle is a very high flying bird. Okay, fly high as the eagle. Eagle fly. That's the Eagles theme song. The Philadelphia Eagles. They fly. How the song goes, fly, Eagles fly. And it goes as a stupid song because eagles fly really high. Okay, so being up that high, you get proud because you're looking down on everybody. Okay, continuing, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord YAHAWASHI. So though he exalts himself, sets his nest high. Okay, that's why he has these high-rise buildings. Okay, skyscrapers. Okay, literally buildings that scrape the sky. Okay, he has his airplanes. He has things that go out of space. Okay, he sets himself up there. All right, but what? The Lord's gonna bring him down. Okay, because again, why? Because this is the time that Esau, even so-called white man, is coming down. Okay, and very hard. He says, Babylon is fallen. Okay, he says, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, where the angels took the millstone, okay, and threw it in the sea. So-called America. All right, this empire really, okay, is getting ready to be destroyed. Okay, and it's again, it starts financially. All right. Well, it says Beijing may be speeding up the diversification of its foreign exchange of reserves away from U.S. dollar assets in response to Washington's potential sanctions, the South China Morning Post reported, citing analysts. Okay, so these other nations, they're not scared no more because they're not weak no more as they used to. Okay, now they have missile technology. Now they have the wisdom. There's this devil, because he's so prideful. He teaches them. Okay, because again, he thinks that his house is going to continue forever. Okay, and ultimately the Lord, gave these other rulers of these nations, the wisdom, because just like the Lord gave Teman the wisdom to create these thermonuclear missiles, the Lord's giving these other nations wisdom to rise up and go up against so-called America. Okay, and it goes into numbers. Bye Benjamins. Okay, global de-dollarization. So that's gonna what? That's ultimately gonna go into a global economic crisis because the dollar is the centerpiece of the financial system in current place. All right, so with that being taken out the way, there's going to be a change. There's going to be a shift. And that's why the RFID microchip key is getting brought up, because that is the mark of the beast. Okay, we're going to a new world system. Okay, and these nations are jockeying for position to who's going to be on top in the new world to come. All right, and I'm sorry, it's not going to be none of you heathen nations. All right, it's going to be you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, but here, let me stay on track. This is Jeremiah 49, and I'll start at probably verse 12. Yeah, Jeremiah 49 verse 12. For thus saith the Lord YAHAWASHI, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. So who's that? That's us, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We drunk of that cup, meaning slavery. All right, we went into slavery. All right, because why? We were supposed to be perfect, so we weren't supposed to drink of that cup, but it's all according to the will of YAHAWASHI. All right, it says so it says we are surely drunk. We drunk it. Okay, we're still drinking it. Okay, we got a little more drop, probably a couple more drops left, and then our punishment is accomplished, so daughter of Zion. Okay, our affliction is finished. All right, we're no longer going to be brought into captivity. All right, so I'm continuing. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? All right, shall thou not go unpunished? It's like thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So going to Esau, even so-called white man, you put us in chains and shackles and threw us on ships, and you did what you did with us, and you was proud as hell of it. You boasted of it. You put postcards, called the events, and called them picnics and barbecues, and you had a good old time. Okay, when we were brought down to our state, and you showed us no mercy. Okay, so and the Lord loves us. Okay, you read in the book of Malachi, what the first chapter goes into. The Lord loved Jacob and he hated Esau. Okay, so the Lord loves us, and look what he did to us. All right, and he hates you, and look what he did for you. Okay, you look around, he is blessed. Okay, he received the blessing. Okay, he received his blessing from his father Isaac. All right, which is the fatness of the earth, and he's ruled by the sword. But what it said, the elder shall serve the younger. There's a time period for Esau's rulership. All right, so he's getting ready to go punish, and that's going to be him going to slavery and drinking double. Okay, and the other nations too. Okay, it's verse 13. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord YAHAWASHI, that Basra, all right, chief city in Edom, shall become a desolation and a reproach, like a reproach, a waste, and a curse. Okay, so-called America is that place. Okay, that's why going into the plagues are going to happen. these nations, gonna walk by or go by, as it says, and they're gonna hiss because of the plagues thereof. Okay, this place is gonna be cursed. Okay, and I think it goes into I think it's, no, I'll probably get it in Isaiah 13 chapter, going into this place being, well, it says it right here, a perpetual waste. All right, I'll read again. Jeremiah 49 verse 13, for I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basel shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse. Okay, that's second death. And all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. So Miami, LA, San Diego, all these major cities, Dallas, all right, New York City, so on and so forth. These places are finished. Okay, perpetual waste. All right, meaning continually going to be wasted. All right, never. And we read earlier, the Lord is going to destroy it. Okay, it's never going to be built up again. It's verse 14. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, YAHAWASHI, an ambassador is sent among the heathen, unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her. Who's that her? That whore that sitteth on top of the beast, being America, so-called America, all right, being Babylon the Great, and rise up to the battle. Okay, that's what this is. These nations are rising up to the battle. All right, who's behind China? Russia. Okay, who's behind China and Russia? Iran. Okay, North Korea. Okay, and the list is gonna get deeper. That list. You talk about a starting lineup. And you got bench players. You say your roster is deep. Okay, well, the roster that's gonna be against so-called America is gonna be deep, because guess who's on the top of that? Is YAHAWASHI and the angels. Okay. Did I read it? Yeah, verse 15. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. So there you go again. Okay, this devil is being made small and he's being despised. Okay, no longer the standard of beauty is blonde hair, blue eyes. Okay, you got research now is cancerous. Okay, these are pretty much mutations. Okay, that's why you can't go in the sun. That's why people with blue eyes have terrible eyesight. Okay, you got blonde hair, you look sick. Okay, this is verse 16. Thy terribleness have deceived thee. It said, hey, this is all quoting the prophecy. All right, thy terribleness have deceived thee, and because it goes into the word of the Lord does not change. Okay, you're looking for a different interpretation. All the prophets are on one accord. Okay, because why? It's all through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. Okay, but continuing, thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart. O thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, that holdest the height of the hill, because they're in the top, like they say, the top of the world right now. Okay, Esau, Edom, so white man. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord YAHAWASHI. So that's going to be that great fall. Okay, Satan being cast down as lightning. Okay, going from top to bottom. Okay, verse 17. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Okay, so white man Esau, Edom is coming a time and place where eventually, after he serves hardcore slavery, all right, under you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans, he's gonna be done away with. Okay, everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and hiss at all the plagues thereof. There you go. Okay, I thought it was in Isaiah 13 chapter, but here it is. Okay, it says it shall hiss because of the plagues. Okay, it's gonna be this place is gonna be cursed. Okay, because why? Going to verse 18. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, in the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord YAHAWASHI, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in there. Okay, so nobody's gonna live here no more. Okay, because you read on down, it's gonna be for desert creatures. Okay, pretty much evil spirits. Okay, because this place is gonna be never inhabited again. Promised that. Okay, the Lord said this place is never gonna be inhabited again. All right. So here's Isaiah 13, and wrap this up. Isaiah 13 and start at verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. So again, going into Medes is Russia. Okay, according to prophecy. Okay, so the Russian Edomites, because they're Edomites too. Okay, you can't forget about that. These Russian Edomites, they're going to be destroyed as well. They're going to slavery as well. Okay, but the Lord's just using the devil to cast out the devil. Okay, because that's the power of the Lord. But it says that they shall not regard the silver nor their gold. Okay, so Russia's not with it either. Okay, now you got China. Okay, Iran's not. Okay, so it might not, because again, people's pride say, oh, we don't need them. We don't need their money, this and that. We don't need to, but understanding that everything is connected. Okay, so in this financial global system, if you got people that are not willing to play the game, you have issues. Okay, so so-called America is losing all its ties, losing all its allies. Okay, so this place cannot function without that system intact. Okay, so the system is being collapsed and destroyed. Okay, because ultimately this devil thinks he's going to fulfill his new world order. Okay, but he's not. All right, because the Lord's going to throw a monkey wrench in his plans. Verse 18, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, going to these missiles. Okay, all right. And they going, the Russians, okay, the so-called Russians, their missile technology, they have hypersonic missiles, okay, missiles that are traveling, ridiculous speeds. They can outmaneuver any $1 million fighter jet, okay. Verse 18, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children, okay. These missiles don't care who you are. Whatever it hits is going to destroy. That's what it's been designed to do. Okay, don't matter if you're pregnant, you got your newborn baby. Okay, it don't matter if you're an old man, old woman. All right, you're gonna be burnt up. It's verse 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, so it's gonna be on a sudden because of why? Because going to the damage these missiles gonna do. That's why this place is gonna be destroyed in 1 hour. Okay, all this great. This great mighty kingdom you see is going to be turned to nothing, okay, in a very short amount of time, okay. Again, all praise to YAHAWASHI, because this man's getting ready to be destroyed. All right, but let me and then the story, going into the story of the Lord, it doesn't end here, okay. Esau is the end, okay, but Jacob's the beginning that follow it, okay. This is not the end of the world; it's the end of Esau, all right. In his world, Job 9:24, all right, his rulership, all right. And that's why scriptures talk about when the righteous and authority, people rejoice. People are going to be happy as hell. Okay? You're going to be a little butthurt because you read Revelation 18th chapter. Revelation's the 18th chapter, going to the merchants crying and stuff. Okay? But once they serve the slavery, okay, because these other heathen nations, they're in trouble too. Okay? But once they get set up and put in their own lands, they're going to be all right. All right, but let me wrap this up. As always, I get interrupted. So this is Isaiah 47. I'll read through this and I'll close out verse 5. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. Right. Again, so-called America, that glory, that name is gonna be a stench, and people, leave a bad taste in your mouth. Okay, America. Okay, and America's named not for a man, America Vespucci. Okay, this devil is being exposed on all ends. It's getting ready to ultimately be destroyed. Verse 6. I was wroth for my people. I polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand. Okay, so the Lord gave us over to you. Okay, because why? Because we got in trouble. Okay, the Lord used you to chastise us, to correct us. Okay, so that we would turn back onto him. Okay, but what? Continuing. Thou didst shew them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Okay, and it's not enough what you did to us. Okay, you want to continue. Okay, going into you further in the affliction. Now, you want to put chips in our people. What the hell is wrong with you? All right, it's verse 7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. All right, America is going to be on top forever. Okay, Lady Liberty. We're going to New York City, Empire State. All right, continuing. So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. Okay, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Okay, so you didn't take it to heart. You didn't think it was possible. You didn't even consider. Okay, but now what? Now you're considering. Why? Because it's the end is speaking. Okay, the latter end is speaking. It's manifesting. Okay, well, you can't do nothing about this. Okay, verse 8. Again, let me hurry up and wrap this up. I'll probably read to verse 11 and get out of here. Isaiah 47 verse 8. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. So this is a mindset. Okay, and that mindset has poisoned 2/3 of our own people. Okay. All right, and the other heathen nations, but whatever about you, okay? But, this dwelling carelessly, this false sense of security, okay? Living your best life, do as thou wilt, okay? All right? You said, people want to come over here and live it up in America because they see it's pretty much a party city, okay? You got Las Vegas, you got Sin Cities, all right? But this place is going to be turned overnight upside down, okay? Continuing. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Okay, you never that shit that's happening around the world will never happen to America. Okay, well, the things that's happening around the world will never happen to America. You know, bombs going off, you know, bombs over Baghdad, you hear. Okay, you got kids, holes all over their t-shirts and flip-flops. Okay, lost their parents, now they're orphans. Okay, you know, you said that'll never happen here in America. Well, guess what? That's getting ready to happen. All right, verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. Okay, this is prophesied. The loss of children and widowhood. They shall, in widowhood, because a lot of you so-called men out here are getting ready to be drafted, okay, to this next world war, sent away, okay, never to come back. All right, they shall come upon thee in their perfection. All right, because why? Because the Lord's all about timing. Okay, it's gonna come upon thee in their perfection. Okay, the Lord is always perfect, right on time. Okay, he's the movie director. Continuing, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. Okay, and the greatest enchantment, or one of those great enchantments, is the damn dollar. Okay, having everybody coveting and having our people, you know, killing each other for that damn thing. Okay, it's verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and knowledge hath perverted thee. Right. So you're so smart, but all you ultimately do is destroy yourself. Okay, you have all this wisdom and resources and money, and the best thing you can come up with to fix or run the world is thermonuclear missiles. Okay, or RFID chips. All right, it's perverted you. Okay, it's turned you backwards. Okay, you got homosexuality, everything's backwards. Okay, you got GMOs. All right, you want to shoot missiles at the moon. You know, this man, it's ridiculous. It's continuing. And now I said in thy heart, I am, and then I was beside me. So you denied YAHAWASHI, saying who's going to judge me, who's going to correct me, who's going to, you know, you're the bully on the block. But guess what? You know, they're getting ready, you know, get checked. Verse 11, close out. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it ariseth. Okay, it's going to be on all sides. A fierce terror shall make him afraid on every side. Okay, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. So you can't put it off no more. Okay, this day of doom. Okay, the end of the world. All right, you can't put it off no more. You can't say, oh, you know, not in my lifetime. We'll deal about that. We'll deal with that some other time. And you people too, because you're stuck here. Okay, going into you 2/3 of our own people, and the rest of you other heathen nations that are here in America. Okay, and best believe there's gonna be destruction everywhere in other places too. But so-called America exclusively, this place is done. All right. Close out. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. So you can't defend this. You can't stop this. Okay, because again, you can't even control earthly things. Okay, how much more spiritual things? You got YAHAWASHI getting ready to crack the skies, and do damage. Okay, and the Lord, you know, going into YAHAWASHI, setting up His kingdom on the earth. While you looking stupid, hiding in your bunkers, we're gonna come and get you. Okay, and that's when the real fun gonna begin. That's when the beginning starts. All right, and you know, to life eternal. All right, so with that, those words be edifying. Those words make our praise to YAHAWASHI. Bashim Kawadash, the bonus to the others, and the apostle, be millstone, peace and blessings of the whole for Israel. Shalom.